Now, these guys have the #1 draft pick. Okay. #1 on the board, New Jersey. Jersey's able to go out and get probably Nolan Patrick. But they have this guy coming back, Kovalchuk. So I just did a video where everybody's going to yell in the comment section, how do you not know who Shipachev is? Until a KHL player signs a contract in the NHL, I don't pay a lot of attention, because there have been plenty of times where a player gets all ballyhooed and doesn't come over. The earliest example of that was Vladislav Tretiak, who at one point in the 80s, it was a shoo-in he was going to be a Montreal Canadian. We were all excited about it. It didn't happen. So I take all that with a grain of salt. But Kovalchuk wants to come back. So where does Kovalchuk go? I would say the fact that Shipachev has gone to Vegas, and Dadonov, who is the next highest profile free agent out of the KHL, is rumored to be in talks. Oh, wait, those rumors have been confirmed. So George McPhee has been talking to Dadonov as well. Now, this takes me back to something that was said on a video not that long ago, where I said Vegas will make trades. And people said, well, Vegas has nothing to trade. Here's the thing. So let's just say Dadonov signs in Vegas, which he could. And certainly looking at the money that Shipachev got, Dadonov could say, well, sure, I can play with him. So then you got two of them. Kovalchuk looks at that situation and says, I want to play in Vegas. Jersey goes, all right, we got this contract we want to unload. We don't want this guy back. He doesn't want to come back here. Make it fun for us, Vegas. Go ahead, Vegas. Tell us what you'll give us for this guy. They have the #6 draft pick. Vegas, as an expansion team, has every right to be upset about the #6 draft pick. What if that #6 draft pick becomes Kovalchuk? When Kovalchuk signed that long-term contract in Jersey, they were penalized a draft pick. They later got it back. The NHL felt bad after Kovalchuk retired to go back to the KHL. It was the worst retirement in history. He was basically wearing his skates and working out when he retired. I'm going to the KHL. I don't want to be here. I retire. And that left a bad taste in a lot of hockey fans' mouths. But that being said, hockey fans are quick to forget and forgive, and that could happen here. So here's the thing. George McPhee, with the Shipachev signing, and with that being something separate, can turn this into a Kovalchuk signing. Can turn this into a Dadonov signing. Now, it's not a signing with Kovalchuk because it's a trade, but he's got the built-in contract, which goes on forever. And you've got a pretty good line there. So now when people say, well, Vegas won't have anything to trade, they're picking up 30 players. They're not all going to be bums and no-names. They're going to have more forwards than they can carry. If they sign Dadonov and they trade for Kovalchuk, they'll have plenty of forwards to trade with. Plus, they're going to have draft picks coming in from teams who say, hey, we don't want you to draft Matt Murray. Maybe the Canucks come in. We're not gonna protect Goodbranson. Here's a third rounder, not take him. Just as an example. So Vegas is in a good spot here by having a clean slate. And I can't think of another team for Kovalchuk to go to. Carolina? Arizona? I mean, he's going to have to go to a team that has a lot of cap room. He's going to have to go to a team that's willing to take a chance that age hasn't caught up with him yet. And he's 34, so there's a point where that talent runs out. And I honestly thought when he bolted for the KHL, I honestly thought he was starting to slow down. I thought his days as a threat to Rocket Richard, the Rocket Richard trophy or any trophy, I thought those days were done at the time he bolted. But you move him to Vegas, you put him on an expansion team, you have him playing with guys that he wants to play with, you have a team that's got a lot of Europeans and Russian flavors to it. I don't know. And this comes back too on the fact that I said I think Vegas is going to be competitive right away, and people are like, they're an expansion team, they're going to be garbage. Not if you play this right. Not if you play this right. And it's a matter of what they do with the blue line and what they do with goaltending, because if you get Shipachev, Dadonov, and Kovalchuk up front, that's a line. You only have to find 3 lines worth of players on the expansion team or the expansion draft. And you've got bottom six guys you're taking in there, and then you got your second line. So you only have to get 3 skilled forwards. The 6 can be grinders for your bottom 6. So they could pick up a few forwards and focus on the defense and the goaltending side of things. And with free agency, with the amount of solid goaltenders out there, maybe they pick up Cam Ward. Maybe Cam Ward is able to turn his career around as a member of the Golden Knights. There are a lot of things that could happen here. And again, if Cam Ward's picked up, does that put them into playoff contention? I mean, the only potential downside there is that with Ward, Shipachev, Dadonov, who's going to get probably about $3 million a year wherever he goes, and Kovalchuk, who has a big price tag, you're getting into the region where you're paying a lot of money, and there's a lot of risk involved. But it makes Vegas pretty competitive right off the bat. And I'm I've been bugged for weeks about you should do a Kovalchuk video. And I needed something to happen where I could say, okay, this makes sense. And I could have come out a couple weeks ago and said, Vegas. Wouldn't have made any sense. Would have just been, let's trade him to Vegas. What the hell? And it would have been a lazy thing to say. And it would have been, well, that just makes sense because they don't have any players. Vegas now makes sense. Because Shipachev had 76 points in St. Petersburg. Good for third in the KHL and second on SKA, behind only Kovalchuk. In 9 years in the KHL, 137 goals, 412 points, and 445 games. His point per game is slightly lessened by his early years. He scored 190 points in 153 games over the last 3 years. SKA has won the Gagarin Cup twice in those seasons. Highly skilled offensive player, not a big body at 6'1", 190 pounds. Elite Prospect says Shipachev's a skilled player with excellent on-ice vision, skates very well, fluid stride, owns great offensive instincts, likes to have the puck on his stick, can improve his all-around game, isn't overly efficient in physical battles. So him and Kovalchuk are almost the same player. We'll see. And then also from SKA, Dadonov. So for St. Petersburg, this is a rough off season. This is, and the funny thing is, there are rumors now that Nail Yakupov could go over and try to replace these guys. Good luck. Good luck. Maybe Yakupov is rejuvenated in the KHL. I don't think so, but we'll see. So does the whole Kovalchuk idea of him going to Vegas make sense? To me, it does. Total sense. Or does somewhere else make more sense and I'm just not seeing it because with teammates Dadonov and Shipachev's already signed with Vegas. Dadonov's been attached to Vegas. It just makes too much sense. It just lines up too much. So let me know what you guys think. If you're just browsing your way through, hit like and subscribe. And this is your Kovalchuk video. It took a while, but I feel like now I have more reason to do a video on where Kovalchuk ends up. And I hope that should Kovalchuk come back, that he shows his former form of at least 30 goals in a season, that he starts, you know, getting to the point where he's a 1,000-point player, and we can start talking about Hall of Fame for him, because his early years were fantastic. His last couple years were tough, and let's hope that he's able to do a Yager and be even better now than he was before he went to the KHL. So again, let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching.